SpongeBob theories. We love those, especially mine. But I promise out of the hundreds of SpongeBob theories I have uploaded that this one is different.
Midnight Crisis.
Throughout the entirety of the SpongeBob franchise, there has been two contradicting art styles, 2D and 3D, and also stop motion and all the other ones. But there seems to be a pattern between when they use these styles, especially in movies. This video took a long time to make, so I hope you enjoy. And thanks to these comments on my last theory. See, they're smart because they subscribe, unlike you watching this video, so subscribe if you're smart.
Draw me, and when Squidward answers the door, it won't be me!
Yo, it's Doodle-verse in the scene.
Look at
Straight
him.
out the paper,
Mania
no need for the
doll.
screen.
All he needs
I'm a
is a
sketch on the
tie.
drawing, but don't get it twisted. Step to me wrong, get a wrist quick. Doodle-verse, yeah, I'm out with a pen. Scribble life, I ain't just pretend. Rewind my mind, better watch what you say. In my world, I sketch out the way. I was born from a pencil, ain't no ordinary tool. SpongeBob already had me, but I broke the rule. I'm quick with the lines, fast with the stroke. Erase all your fears with just a poke. In Bikini Bottom, I dominate.
I am the great mighty Pooh, and I'm going to throw my shit at you.
Whoa, don't get distracted yet. First I want to discuss Camp Coral.
Hooray!
Now, visually we can already see the difference from the main show, but I want to look at some of the contradictions to that, because this theory answers it in a simple way. Like the biggest thing, SpongeBob didn't meet Sandy in Camp Coral. Well, it's referenced here.
This is Little Cheeks calling Big Cheeks. Come in, Big Cheeks. Over. This is Big Cheeks receiving you from the future. Ha! Mission accomplished, timeline preserved. Now everything can continue just the way it's always been.
Sandy, I don't think you're telling me the entire truth here. For example, how? Well, we can see two Sandys, so maybe there are three Sandys. Why stop there? Hundreds of Sandys. But how does this relate to the 2D to 3D theory, Killer Doodle-Bob, all that? Well, who said these Sandys are just one type of dimension? In fact, we've seen the third Sandy in the latest movie. And who's to say art styles don't count, especially through seasons 1 to 3 and 10 to 14 of the main show. These SpongeBobs don't look like each other. Maybe I'm going on a tangent, but if you think about it, I'm telling the truth here. Suddenly, the dimensional theory is sounding legitimate. SpongeBob's art style has changed, and the timelines are all over the place. I know this because almost all of my theories include some sort of time machine. However, the movies in this timeline do not add up, such as there being no Krusty Krab 2 or zero mention of Bubbles. This is very easy to line up. The second SpongeBob movie is the first since the pirate actually becomes the main in the painting. The first SpongeBob movie is the last since it ends with SpongeBob becoming a manager and has the Krusty Krab 2, and the third is completely in a different timeline where we follow a different SpongeBob and Patrick. Also, Poseidon is the ruler of the sea instead of Neptune. This information is key in proving this theory since they all play a big role, such as the change in dimensions between the three movies. Let's recap. We've discussed the difference in dimensions and art style, Sandy communicating with a different version of herself, and how the movies have changed throughout time. But now I want to get to the juicy stuff. The hundreds of millions of billions of SpongeBobs existing at once, and the show keeps continuing to nod to this. We already have several SpongeBob designs that are completely different to one another, and the answer lies with this pencil. This pencil literally can draw things to life, and when this timeline SpongeBob and Patrick found it, they would instantly create a villain that would never leave them and could possibly destroy everything in the Bikini Bottom even everything that exists, enter the doodle part of this theory. Doodle-Bob is an interesting character that appeared once in Frankenbob, where he steals the pencil SpongeBob and Patrick found and starts to terrorize them both as they try reclaiming it. Eventually they do, but it doesn't work. Doodle-Bob ends up redrawing himself, but then gets trapped in a book. And the pencil is blasted back to the fisherman, and that would have been it until he came back. A while ago, Nickelodeon posted these shorts very randomly, and it seems Doodle-Bob has found another pencil. And since we know these pencils have life-giving properties, why wouldn't they have dimension properties as well? And I know it sounds impossible, but look where he is. Do you notice something? Well, it's the nowhere. The same place Squidward was in episode SB129. But how is this even possible? He was trapped in the book and was unable to move. But who's to say another pencil didn't appear? I mean, 12 million tons of waste gets dumped into the ocean per year, and a lot of that waste is pencil. And apparently people like drawing on top of the Bikini Bottom, so another pencil probably appeared next to the book, and he drew himself some sort of time machine to escape, and probably ended up in the nowhere where he started to draw random things. And as we can see, he can draw more of himself. And this also proves that the nowhere connects into every single dimension, since we also see it in SB129. So my theory is that Doodle-Bob wants to become the only SpongeBob. In fact, he admits it.
You Doodle, me SpongeBob.
Yes indeed. Doodle-Bob is planning to take over every single SpongeBob dimension with his Doodle-Bob army and hate the SpongeBob. Thank you for watching. 4 weeks in a row I have uploaded consistently. And again, thank you for the support on my last uploads. I don't know if you prefer SpongeBob theories over Mario or Minecraft or any other games. So please comment and tell me if you do or do not. Goodbye.